Come on in, fam. We invite you into another session. The truth session, that is. This is your day. This is a special day that has been set aside for you. This is the greatest day of all days, because this is the day that you get to write and create as you move through time. I like to say, as Dr. Franz Fanon echoed and said, as I walk through time, I'm recreating myself. That's what you're doing. You get another opportunity to recreate yourself. And you've joined us here in the truth session. So come on in. Let us serenade you a little bit, and we'll get, of course, our frequency set. And then we'll drop this session on you. Promise to be strong and not long. We're going to be dealing with, have you been magnetized? Yeah. Have you been magnetized? Y'all know how we do it. Come on, y'all, let's share. Come on, family, this is your day. All right, I see y'all coming on in the room. Come on, family. Hey, Sergeant at Arms, Kiana Etheridge. Hey, head of the Mod Squad, Stephanie is in the house. All right, y'all, we're moving a little slow today. Come on, let's get it going. Come on, this is your day. This is your time. Oh, come on, let's get it on, y'all. Come on, y'all, let's get it on. Yes. Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah, it's your time to get sang. Yeah. Come on, this is a place where you can sharpen your tools. If you have any kind of skills, this is the place that you can come and get them sharpened. The Truth Session. I am your host with the most. I am the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Yes. Welcoming you into another Truth Session. I would like to say, Inhotep, Abaragani, Umbutu, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, Amani Dada, Amani Kaka, Hola, Bonjour, Konnichiwa, Ni hao ma. Greetings, family. Come on in. Yes. Come on into the Truth Session. Hey, Dominica. I see you, Dr. Boy Boy. Yes. Have you been magnetized? I see you, Rosalind, Elder Empress Rosalind Severin McLean from the New York area. Listen, let us know where you're hailing from. When you come in, I see you, Ovi. Let us know where you're hailing from. I see Florida in the house. I see Little Rock in the house. I see South Kakalaki. I see New York in the house. I see Chi-Town in the house. I see Alabama in the house. Oh, yeah. I see y'all representing. All right, y'all. We're going to get ready to get these frequencies set. We're going to sound the shofar. One of the things that the shofar does is it shatters the realm of the spirit. It opens it up. It breaks it like it's glass. It also opens up doors and rams so that things can come in or things can exit. So this is a perfect opportunity for you. If you have a specific kind of skill set, this is a place where you can come and get it sharpened. We, as iron sharpens iron, right? Y'all come on in. Hit that share button. I see you, Rhonda. I see you, Queen Kizzy. Catch this frequency. You're right, over here, some fire up in here. Come on, family, press in. Come on. Here we go. Let's go for a ride. Let's boldly go where none has dared to go. Let's enter into another truth session with your host with the most. Your favorite host with the most. The people's person. The one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. We call the universe to order. We call the elders to order. We call the ancestors to order. We call the noble ones to order. We call every street organization to order. We call the apostolic and the prophetic to order. We call the conscious community to order. We call darkness and light to order. We call the serotonin, melatonin to order. We call your pineal gland to order. We call your cerebellum, your cerebrium. Order. We call your spirit to order. We call every non-believer to order. We call the agnostic to order. We call the atheist to order. We call the Buddhist to order. We call the Christians to order. We call the religious tenets to order. We call order. Order in the universe. Order. Order to the wellness coaches, life coaches. Order to the mentors. Order to the counselors. Order to the therapists. Order to the doctors. Order. Now that we've called order, let me check our timeline. And then we're going to move into this. Y'all ready? I promise to be strong and not long. All right, I hear you, Kizzy. Your soldier's ready. Come on here. Energy is aggressively power, like you're ready for war. That's what time it is. We want to break some things free, okay? And you all know that I'm a cog. I deal heavily in your mentals to get you to a place where you're in authority of yourself and in control of yourself. So this session today, we entitled, Have You Been Magnetized? And we're going to jump into this. And I promise you, I'm not going to hold you because, again, like we shared with you, we're changing this format around. And eventually we're going to get it so that we can bring you into a place where we can share information, and that information is really valued, okay? So for me and for you and for us, take this opportunity quickly to share. Hit the share button. Okay. Let me hit a couple of groups, family, and then we're going to get into this. Okay. Again, we're going to be dealing with, have you been magnetized? And also there is a call-in number. It's going to be 318-493-9595. And I'm pretty sure they're going to put that out there for you. Thank you, Monique, for your donation. Gratitude, the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, for your donation. Listen, family, we encourage you to donate because with painstaking efforts, we're digging out this information for you. The greatest investment that you can make is going to be intellectual capital. You get paid for what you know. It's not a robbery for fair exchange. If I give you my thoughts, then you can give me your material goods. Fair exchange has never been a robbery. No, we're not begging, but you know as well as I do, we're in this particular realm where it is materialistic. And there are certain things that you need to cause certain things to happen. Right? Okay. So with that being said, everyone in the room should at least be able to give $3 to $5. And if you want to give more, we welcome it. But you shouldn't sit on your hands. Don't sit on your hands. Open your hands and give, okay? Y'all good out there, family? Okay. All right. All right. Gratitude. Thank you for being here. Those of you that are here, you're here because you are supposed to be here, right? So who's not here aren't supposed to be here. So, but there'll be others that will view this later, and we want to welcome you in as well. We're very grateful and very thankful for our very own master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, who always breaks those codes for us, lay it down for us, and give us information that we need to go farther into what it is that we're doing, okay? Now, and also my other constituents, those that we're in constituency with, we want to say thank you. Although we may not call your name, we're very grateful. Gratitude. Now, we've been dealing with some very powerful things. We've been dealing, of course, with the mind. We've been dealing with free thinkers. You know, to become free, you're going to have to become a free thinker. But we want to ducktail off of that and go to the space and place and time. Have you been magnetized? This is very important. Now, we dealt with a word called right? We dealt with this word, this particular word, piezoelectric or electricity. Now, when we start to deal with that, we got out of that the pineal, right? Or some call it the pineal gland. But it's more correctly, I do believe, it's, I guess, tomato. But pineal gland, because it is shaped like a what? A pine cone. It looks like a pine cone. So now we dealt with this. We dealt with this out of piezoelectric, right? Because why? Piezoelectric are what? Crystals. So what we found out through research is that your pineal gland is what? Crystallized. And we talked about that, correct? And we went into, the master teacher broke down the word for us, or the term, what? Pi. Correct? Yeah. Then he gave us a diagram of a pie, and then he broke off the terms for us. Correct? I'm going through this because it's very important, because I want to get you to a place in your mind where you are safe and you are in authority of your own mentals, your own thought processes, your own ideas and concepts and thoughts, right? Because we're being bombarded by so much information that they're trying to do what? Change our what? Frequency, right? Yes. Okay, now, let me put this out here, because this, we've, and I'll get back to this. I want to put some information out here that we've mulled over for years and years and years, my constituents and I. And I want you to hear this. I want you to take a look at it. Check this out. And we're going to dive into this. Y'all hit those emojis for me, family. Let me know if you can see this. Okay. Now, this is very important. I want to talk to you about something because it's very important. And we want to talk about if you've been magnetized. And the reason why is because when you're magnetized, there's going to be an alignment that takes place. Now watch the statement here. When the universe aligns, there is a unifying articulation of thoughts, ideas, concepts, and the likes, right? Or when the universe aligns, there is a unifying articulation of thoughts, ideas, concepts, and the likes. When the universe aligns itself, there is going to be a commonality. There's going to be a common thread that flows through every conversation. Why am I saying this? Because it's very important, because that takes us to the quantum realm. Listen to me, you hear me and you hear me well. When you are properly aligned with the universe, and you notice I spelled it Y-O-U, you, the universe, because everything that the universe is, we are on the inside of it. Okay? So when the universe aligns itself, there is a unifying articulation. In other words, you can be in New York, I could be in California, and someone else can be in New York, and our conversations are almost exactly the same. Are you listening to me? Is that me? That's me. Oh, okay. Look, the conversations are almost exactly the same. And also it works with colors and other things. Let me give you an example. Have you ever noticed that you were wearing a certain color and then you were to meet someone, and when you met with them, they had on the same color as well? Alignment. You were in two totally different places. That's the quantum realm. That's the quantum entanglement that master teacher has taught us about. Quantum entanglement, that you are simultaneously in one place, but you're also in another place, right? Also, before you ever advance to a certain place, you have already been there. You have already projected yourself there. You're just catching up in the physical, right? You're catching up in the physical. And the reason why you have to catch up in the physical is that your physical moves slower than your energy field does. Okay? Why? Because you have so many. Please just listen to me. Stick with me. When you look at us, when you look at this avatar, it looks like this avatar is one big old whole solid piece, but it isn't. It's just the particles are sped up so fast, right, that they become visible to you. Okay, stick with me. That they're becoming visible to you. There's so many of them coming together, spinning so fast that they're becoming visible to you. They're manifesting right before you. Now, if you take those particles apart, then you won't be able to see us. But if you put them together, you'll be able to see us, because what? They're creating mass. Okay? So they're creating mass. So when you take a minute to think about this, when you are aligned, what's going to happen is your energy field is going to precede you, or your energy. We call it energy. It's very important to understand this, that you're already somewhere before you get there. Wow. You're already there before you get there. Okay? I'm going to bring it around for you. Just stick with me. Okay? So now, back to my original statement. When you are aligned with the universe, there is going to be a certain level of articulation that comes. It's not going to be one person that has the articulation. It's not going to be one person. It's going to be many. Because what? There are many particles in this universe. We're all particles, right? And we all have a piece of the puzzle. You have a piece. I have a piece. Master teacher has a piece. Dr. Brayboy has a piece. Kizzy has a piece. Stephanie has a piece. So on and et cetera, et cetera. We have all of these pieces that goes to the whole, right? Creates a whole. So what do we call that? Synergy. We call that synergy. Synergy is what? The parts are not greater than the sum of the whole, right? However, the part has everything in it that the whole has in it. And this is how we become delusional sometimes. This is how we lose our way sometimes, because we feel that we have it all, because we have everything in us that's in the whole. But where we miss it at is that we're only a key component part to the whole. The whole will still function without you being attached to it. So what are we? What are we? We're a particle. We're in particle form. So we're attached to the whole, but simultaneously we are detached from it. Right? So you're attached to it, but you are detached from it. But let me continue with my thought here, because when the articulation begins to happen, we don't have to be in the same place at the same time, and we don't have to confer with each other. This is not, for example, how when I was on the church circuit, how that the pastors, the preachers, they pass around their messages to each other, or you can go online and get the message and print the message off and then preach the same message that someone else preached, but have a variation, right? And have a variation. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, that you are literally downloading information that someone else is downloading in a whole nother different space, place, and time. And then they're speaking, you're speaking, and someone else is speaking in a whole nother different place. And what that does is it brings alignment. And when that alignment comes, what happens is relationships are developed. This is what develops true relationships, because you know when someone has that it. You know when someone has that je ne sais quoi. You know when they have it, because there's an alignment, there is a language, there is a sound, there is a frequency that is given off that you're able to digest, that you're able to ingest, that you're able to receive and download. Because why? You can vibe to it. We call it vibing. We know what that means, to get on the same what? Vibration, to vibe with. Let me show y'all how this works. Show y'all how this works. All of this is about positioning. It's not about the law of attraction. I'll get to that later. But let me get to this thought, because I'm not going to hold you long. I'm just going to teach you, give you some information. But let me show you how this works. When you properly align things in the universe, when they start to align. And I'm not talking about law of attraction. That's something else. I was doing security for Boogie. I was doing security at one of his sets. For those of you that don't know, that's my little brother up in the ATL, well-renowned DJ Boogie. And I was doing security for him on this particular night, and we were at this particular restaurant, and he was on set. And I went over to the bar area, and there were some people at this bar area, and they were having a conversation. They was chopping it up. They was really having this really good conversation, and my ears perked up, and I started ear hustling, and I started listening to them, and I was like, wow. And so I was just standing there and just standing and looking, and then all of a sudden, you know, the eyes turned on me, and it was like, oh, you're invited in a conversation. You can come and get in a conversation. And so I came and I got in a conversation because it was along the lines of some of the things that I had been talking about. And interesting enough, a person that was there was Dr. Clear. Dr. Clear was at this particular setting, right? And that's how I end up meeting Dr. Clear, right? So we exchanged Facebook information and didn't think anything of it. But when I went, I got a prompt in my spirit when I got back home to kind of just research, look her up, and just start following her, right? So I started hitting on her information, started following. I said, man, this is very valid. She got it going on, right? So what I did was I started to drop little seeds every now and then too. I would drop a seed here, drop a seed there. You know what I'm saying? Drop a donation here, drop a donation there. And so to kind of sum it all up, what that did was it started aligning us and giving us an opportunity to develop a relationship, because out of that relationship came an awesome session here at the Truth Session. She came, she waived her fee, came and did the Truth Session. Listen to me. When you align yourself, when things begin to align, you're going to position yourself to meet the right people. They're going to come into your path. You're going to come into their path. You're going to meet them and you're going to align. This is why we're dealing with, have you been magnetized? I'm not talking about law of attraction. That's something else. But I'm talking about, have you been magnetized? And see, at that moment, we became magnetized, right? So we began to, again, communicate and share information. And she came and did the Truth Session and gave you all information. She came into the session. Look how that, look what happened. Out of that relationship, you all got information. Information for you, right? In a timely fashion, that you position yourself to be in the Truth Session at the right time, at the right place, to do the right thing with the right people so you can get the right information. And it happened for you, right? Okay, so again, when the universe aligns, there is a unifying articulation of thoughts, ideas, concepts, and the likes. Ideas and thoughts and concepts are going to align. Have you ever been talking to someone and said, wow, man, I was just thinking the same thing? Have that ever happened to you? I'm quite sure, those of you that are on the timeline, that it has happened to you, right? Yes. Thank you, Sister Tracy, for your donation. Have that ever happened to you, that you was talking to somebody and say, man, I was just thinking that. Why? Because you are aligned. You are properly what? Positioned. We're talking about positioning now. How you position yourself. See, it's all based upon position. You can use the law of attraction all you want to, but if you haven't positioned things in yourself, then nothing is going to happen anyway. So it takes alignment to align yourself. And it's very important for you to understand this, because there are those of us don't subscribe to law of attraction, and there are those that do. I'm not knocking that, but what I'm showing you is that watch how this all cake up that I'm sharing with you, and you can get a better understanding as to why the law of attraction works for some and it doesn't for others. But if you properly position yourself to align yourself, then those things that are supposed to come to you, they're going to come to you, because you will meet people that will give you the information. You will meet people that will sow into you. You will meet people that will open doors for you, because why? You are properly aligning yourself. And when you align yourself, you're more often going to have the information that they need, or they're going to have the information that you need, and then it aligns you. Are you listening to me? Hope I'm making sense to you. Yes, Dominica says yes. Kizzy says yes. It has happened to them. Hey, Miss Kimberly. Yes, yes, alignment. Yes, Miss Kimberly. Yes. All right, Katie. All right, let me continue on, because I don't want to hold you. Y'all, it's fire up in here. I have to go to the nectar to cool me down. Y'all know nectar by none other than KD. Also, let me add before I move on. Before I move on, let me add, because I have some other bullet points for that. Discourse meaning you're off course. Discourse is a result of not being in tune, in or line with the flow of the universe. So we have conflict within individuals, persons, groups, etc. And this is what's happening. Just take a minute and think about it. Conscious community are at people that don't believe like they do the those that are vegan are at those that are not vegans, and the vegetarian is at the meat eater. You name it, the church is at the conscious community. You name it, it's just conflict and conflict and conflict. And the reason why there is conflict is because there is no true alignment. The articulation is off. There is this common thought and belief that if I can sound better than you when I'm speaking, then everyone should listen to me. That's folly. This should be based upon content. It should be based upon the content, not the context. I'm not getting to the context. I'm talking about the content because the content is filled with the bullet points, with the information, with the titles and everything, with the chapters and everything that is in it. So that means that you have the ability to have a chapter. I can have a chapter. She can have a chapter. He can have a chapter. And listen, it all fits together. It all aligns itself. It's all one big book, and we all have a chapter in this book, and this book is supposed to be fitly joined and framed so that we can what? Succinctly follow it. We cannot succinctly follow anything when there is discourse, because discourse is going to create what? Conflict. You know when you meet someone that is mature in their gift, because they have the ability to settle the room, to settle the crowd, to bring about cohesion, right? To bring about cohesion. We may not even believe alike. We may not even think alike. But once you have that particular realm of information and that door open, what it does is it allows for the relationship to be established. And when that relationship is established, what you'll find out that there are commonalities in each group of people, and everyone's ideals and everyone's concepts and everyone's thoughts. There's a common thread that runs through it. There is a quantum entanglement. There is quantumly something that is happening, that is transpiring, that is to propel all of us forth. Right? This is why I'm asking you if you've been magnetized. Have you been magnetized? Now, again, when we got to piezoelectric, we got to crystals that brought us to what? The pineal gland. We found out that in our pineal gland, or the pineal gland, is constructed of what? Crystals. Crystals. So there was an uptick when you look at, when you go out online, you can find various people. We have all the family. We have family members on the line that deals with crystals, that sell crystals, that can tell you about those crystals and what those crystals do, right? So we talked about the pineal gland. We know what the pineal gland do. We know that it is a module, right? We know that it does a number of things. It will deal with frequencies. It will deal with light frequencies. It deals with color. It deals with vibration. It deals with your melatonin, your serotonin, right? It deals with your time clock. It deals with light and darkness. It tells you what's going on externally as well as internally. But however, this module, the pineal gland, is very powerful, because the pineal gland actually takes you beyond your 5 or your 6 senses. I know we rely on our intuition, right? So we say our intuition, trust your intuition. But I submit to you, how many times have we trusted our intuition and our intuition was not correct, right? So that it's not 100% safe-proof, right? Safe-proof, excuse me. It's not 100% safe-proof, right? So you have to, this pineal gland takes us beyond the senses. It takes you to a different realm of perception. It takes you into a realm where you can see things before they even develop. Listen to me. It allows you, when this has been stimulated, and it's being stimulated and has been turned on or has been struck, what it does is it opens up the invisible realm to you. It opens up a different level of perception, however you want to perceive it. But it opens up a different level of perception, and you're able to see beyond the normal scope of things, which allows you to what? to develop things. It allows you to what? Position things. I was asked a question many years ago. I was asked a question. They said, well, how are you causing these things to happen the way that they're happening? I said, because I'm positioning them to happen. The master teacher was there. He can bear witness. What did I tell them? I told them that what? It's how you position things or align them will cause them to happen. You can align things for short term, mid-term, or what? Long term. You have that within you with this little pea-sized organ that we call a pineal gland. Okay? So let us know that it carries crystals, which means that it has the ability to deal with light. The ability to transfer energy. Okay? So it's an energy module as well. It's transferring energy. So what is that energy doing? That energy is being transferred between you, me, him, her, them, and it's creating a what? A plexus. Which is why we can simultaneously have thoughts in separate places. Quantum entanglement, quantum leaping. My thought can leap into your energy field, and you can be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away. Have you all ever had the expression that, man, I was just thinking about you? Someone called you on your phone and you said, man, I was just thinking about you, man. You see that? That module right there, the pineal gland, they hooked up. Mine hooked to yours. It sent energy. But also there's something else that's within our brain too, that is within our mind, other than the pineal gland. There are some very powerful things that are happening. How many of you have ever heard of that term? Now, we already introduced you to one term, piezoelectric, right? Okay, that is within the pineal gland, crystallized element of our pineal gland, right? And note that the piezoelectric or electricity does not calcify the pineal gland. It does not cause it to be vestigial, okay? Now, but have you ever heard of this word, magnetite? Some of you on the line, I bet you, Kizzy, know. Magnetite stones. How many of you ever heard of those? It's very important. I need you to catch this. Let me check the timeline quickly. I'm almost finished with you. Yes. Kizzy said most regions of the brain have 5 million magnetic crystals per gram of tissue. The tough membrane that covers the brain has 100 million crystals per gram. Each human brain on average contains, let me get this, 7 billion particles of magnetite. Magnetite is important. Because if you look in the word magnetite, what word do you see? Magnet. Say it again. Magnet. You see the word magnet. Yes. Okay? Now, through research, what they found out is that magnetite is throughout the brain. Okay? And magnetite actually acts as an antenna. Y'all know them big old towers?
Yes, sir.
Y'all seen those big old towers, right? Those big old antennas?
Yes,
Have you ever noticed what are they shaped like? They shaped like a what? A triangle, right? Okay, what else is shaped like a triangle? The what? What else is shaped like a triangle? In Kemet. Say it again. A pyramid. Okay. How many of you know that you have that in your brain? But notice this. Let me show you something. Right? What is that? Say it again. That's a 6-point star. Stick with me, family. I'm going somewhere with this. This is a 6-point star, right? One of these is what? One of these is right side up. One is what? Upside down, right? So, why is that? Because so is above. Say it again. So is above, so is below. Now, most people call this a Star David, right? But I keep telling people David or David has never had a star. This is the star of humanity. Because this is the star that talks about we came from above to be. Say it again. Below. We came from above to what? Below. To below. Now, you have to understand that we do the same thing in the body. We go from above to where? Below. Because we hit that sacra chakra, the root chakra, right? The root. We hit that root chakra and get to that what? We get to that crown chakra, right? So we're going up to go down and going down to go up. Are you listening to me? All of this is happening within you. But the reason why I'm saying it is this the magnetite. So when you think about, let's think about Kemet or Mizraim, or the oldest name to Mary for Egypt. Let's think about this, that these are towers, this magnetite. And then let's go back to thinking about the pyramids. So when we think about the pyramids and then they pattern the towers after the pyramids, then they understand that there is some transference. Are you listening to me? So the magnetite that is in your mind is an antenna and sharing information from my tower to your tower. But the point is that most people haven't had theirs turn on. Stick with me. Most people don't even know that it exists. So when you start dealing with the crystals and you start dealing with the stones, the first thing the church do is try to shut you down. They're going to say, oh, that's of the devil. Oh, that's of the devil. That's of the devil. Why is everything of the devil? Because you may be ignorant of it. Just pause a minute and just gather in some information. You don't have to name call. You don't have to call anybody the devil. You don't have to do any of those things. That's not what you should be doing. But what you should be doing is be slow to speak and quick to listen. Yes. So if you're slow to speak and quick to listen, then guess what? There won't be a conflict. Again, discourse is going to ensue or come about as a result of what? Not being properly what? Aligned. When we are properly aligned, the articulation changes. You may not articulate as I would, but you will articulate in the level of your thesaurus or your dictionary or your encyclopedia or lexicon, whatever you're utilizing, right? Then you will operate within those parameters, okay? But there's going to be a commonality. There's going to be that which we both agree upon, not because we're agreeing, but agree because it's right. It's the truth. Okay? And it's going to develop. So here it is. You got this, the magnetite, right? Now, here's what I stated. The magnetite acts as an antenna in the brain, okay? Creating creativity and transference of information. Now, see, this information sometimes gets a little technical, which is why I told you that we're going to change the platform so that we can really get into this information, okay, and slow it down so it doesn't go too fast for you. Now, listen to this. The magnetites act as antennas in the brain, creating connectivity and transference of information. So when you realize that you have those within your hemispheres or in your brain, and then you go back to Kemet, and you look at those pyramids, now you're going to find out that these are antennas. Not only are they in Kemet or in Akabulin or in Africa, they're in South America, they're in China, Japan, they're everywhere because our ancestors understood how to transfer information. Magnetites are the real stones that we get what from? What's the root word in there? Magnets. So that's where we get what? Magnets from. I'm just scraping the surface. I'm not giving you all the information. So why am I saying this? This is why I'm telling you that I don't deal with the law of attraction. Let me show you. I deal with alignment. I deal with aligning things properly. Because when you align things properly, you're ultimately going to get to where you're going because you're going to cross paths. Right? You're gonna cross paths. We ain't talking about church either. You're going to cross paths and you're going to get information. Okay? So now, when you look at a magnet, a magnet does what? It pushes and it pulls, or it attracts and what? Repels. Okay? Why am I saying this? Because here's where we generally miss the mistake. We make the mistake of. When we look at a magnet, it has a positive and a negative, right? We think that it has a negative, but it's not a negative. I'm going to show you what's happening. What's actually happening is that it's creating a current. We know that energy creates a current. Follow me. It creates a current, or it makes a loop. Okay? It creates a terminal. It goes out and then it comes what? Back in. So that's why if you put a positive on a positive and a negative on a negative, but it's not a negative, and I'm explaining in a second, and a negative on a negative, that's when you get the push and you get the pull, right? Positive is pulling and the negative is pushing. If you would buy into that, this is the negative side of the magnet, right? Okay, now what's actually happening is that the energy is flowing. The energy is flowing. So if the positive side of the magnet, the energy is flowing, excuse me. I'm excited. Forgive me for talking loud. But if you look at the negative side of the magnet and the energy is flowing, right? That means that if you take and put the negative over here and the positive over here. I mean, the positive over here, the negative over here. The reason why it's having pushback is that positive is taking that positive and the energy is increased. Are you listening? The energy is increased because it is one continuous, one continuous what? Flow, loop. As the Master C said, it's one continuous what? Flow. Which is why you get the pushback, because the energy is what? Flowing. And you're trying to obstruct the flow of the energy. So what does it do? It pushes it out of the way. It's not that it's negative. It's still positive energy that's what? Flowing. Are you listening to me? So when you get magnetized, what happens is you begin to push and pull. You're going to pull to you and you're going to push away from you. There are going to be things that come into your presence that shouldn't be in your presence, but because of the flow of your energy. Listen to me. Because the flow of your energy is going to push it right on away. Because the thing you have to understand about energy is indiscriminate. It does not discriminate. Energy attracts everything. It pulls in everything. It magnetizes everything. Not only does it magnetize everything, but it also have say it again. What does it have? It has charm. We know that charm is what? Say it again. Charm is charisma. Charisma is that magnetized energy field that is around you that draws people to you. So hence we use another term called, she or he is very what? Charismatic. Say it again. Charismatic, right? Because they have the ability to do what? Draw. Have the ability to draw. Now you have to understand, drawing in that aspect means to do what? To pull or to what? Attract to yourself, right? Or to magnetize to yourself. Yeah, to magnetize to yourself. But then again, also those that have charisma have the ability to draw. Draw what? Pictures. What kind of pictures? Say it again. Word pictures. They have the ability to draw word pictures because word pictures brings you to where? To concepts. All of this is about what? Concepts. Concepts, ideas, thoughts. When you are aligned properly.
Water does it, has that same property. Recall during our track practice when I was in undergrad, we created a loop in the water.
Yes.
And one person tried to reverse it, and it appeared to be it was repelling, but actually it was that energy that was unobstructed.
Yes, that unobstructed energy. Yes, indeed. So when we get to that, have you been magnetized? And also here, another side point here quickly, and I'm going to be finished with you. Because the brain synthesizes the magnetite, it triggers the response of attraction and repulsion, which we just demonstrated with. It also allows communication between the minds. So, magnetite does a number of other things too. Magnetite also cleanses your chakra, your sacral chakra. Yeah, your root chakra. Yeah, it'll cleanse that. Also your blood, it helps with the blood, it helps with the bones, it helps with the teeth, it helps with a number of things that magnetite does. It's very powerful. And then it's a protective agent because it repels, it pushes away. So it's very powerful. So you can do yourself a favor and grab you a stone or two. You can put them on certain places that help your back. You can put it on your head, your arms. You can put it in your room. Yeah. These things are true. So let me, okay, before I do that, because I know how my church constituents are, my church counterparts, I know how they are. So, stones are of the devil. How many of you know what that is? How many of you know what an ephod is? If you're a student of the sacred text or the scriptures, you know what an ephod is. Okay? Now this is important, then I'm going to leave you alone. Let me check the timeline real quick and then I'm going to get to that for you. Yeah, Sis Tracy said that happened to her yesterday. I had a soul sister who wanted to call me by phone, etc. So I stepped boxing, did my face. Whoa, it was so magical. Yes. Pyramid. Yes, Tracy. Receptor cells containing crystals or magnetite could register change in the magnetic field and report this information to the brain. Yes, they have structures containing nanoscale magnetite crystals. What we at? Called magnetosomes. These essentially act as biological compasses. Yes, allowing the bacteria to navigate. Yes, indeed. Yes, awesome. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the ephod is what the priests wore. It was a vest. But you know what was in that vest? That was on that vest? Stones. And guess what the priest did? The priest went into the holiest of holies with those stones. You know those strobe lights when we go into the clubs? When we go and kicking and we partying and jumping, you see them strobe lights that be going off, all the lights be flashing. Well, that's why they were wearing the ephod, that when they went into the holiest of holies, because of the energy and the light, it created colors. Hence you getting into your chakras. You getting into all of those colors. But also, there was something else that went along with this. It's called a urim. And then you have something else. Thummim. The urim and the thummim that was inside that the priest wore, that were stones. I'm trying to help us to align ourselves and stop with the conflict, to stop bickering and to stop arguing and to stop wanting to hurt each other. There are those that listen, that come on the timeline and want to call you the devil, want to say that's of the devil, and come on the timeline and say, you better believe in Jesus Christ. If you don't, you're going to hell. If you believe that, then you shouldn't be trying to superimpose it upon someone else to subjugate them with that. That's unfair to someone else. If that's your belief system, you believe like that. You shouldn't come on someone's timeline and attack them. What kind of behavior is that? That's not behavior that's becoming someone that should have self-control, that you should have achieved some level of nirvana, some level of peace within yourself, that you don't go off like that. And then for the conscious community, same difference. Vegan community, same difference. We're all in conflict. Why? Because we're not properly aligned. When we properly align ourselves, there is this information that automatically is going to be released from the universe. You'll be able to download it, and then you will be able to deal with others. Because someone specifically doesn't eat the way that you do, why would you ostracize yourself from them? Then you are no better than anyone else. If someone doesn't subscribe to the cometics science, the conscious realm, why would you want to condemn them? That means then within yourself, the level of confidence that you need to know what you know, then probably isn't there yet fully. So I'm not knocking anyone, but what I am saying is that once again, when the universe aligns, there is a unifying articulation of thought, ideas, concepts, and the likes. And I'll leave you with that. And I have much, much more to say on the topic. But again, what we're doing is we're changing this platform. So if you're on here today and you haven't, inbox me your email address. Listen to me. If you're on here, drop your email in my inbox, because what we're going to do is we're going to start letting people know when we're coming live. And you may not be in that number. If you want to be in that number, and those of you that are coming in later and you hear me, drop your email in my inbox. You can go right to the messenger and just drop it right in there, right? Drop that in there. And those of you that are still on the timeline, you haven't taken the time to donate. If you have $1, give $1. $2, $3, $5, $100, $1 million, give it. And watch it become productive. Watch it be poured back into your bosom. Watch your bosom, watch your barrels, watch your covet, watch your wealth, watch your home. Watch these things come into abundance. Yeah. Watch men and women and boys and girls give over into your bosom, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, because you positioned yourself. Nothing is going to fall out of the sky, but when you position yourself correctly, you're going to come across the right people. You're going to get the right information. You're going to get people that will invest in you, people that will mentor you, people that will guide and instruct you and navigate you. Oh yeah. Great things happen. Great things happen when you turn your mind in that right space, when you turn that pineal gland on. I speak to your pineal gland today. Those of you that your pineal gland hasn't been stimulated or stimulated, I stimulate it now with the words, with the vibration of my voice. I stimulate it. I stimulate. I wake up now. Your magnetite that is within you. I wake up and I touch every crystal. I send forth the frequency and the vibration that you need now, right now. I send it to you. It is yours. It belongs to you. I command it now to come into operation. I command it now to begin to function. I command it now to do what it's been designed to do. I command it now to now come forth in your purpose. I command it now that you may see clearly and take your journey. I decree that your journey is your journey and your journey alone. And those that have been assigned to assist you will assist you. I decree now that the mentors that you step into position. I decree that the coaches step into position. I decree that the wellness and the health and the healers step into position. I decree that your minds become one again. I decree that telepathy come in line now. I decree that your ESP come online. I decree that your glia be now, right now stimulated. I decree that your neurons begin to take new paths. Right now, I decree that your cerebrum cortex begin now to produce, begin now to develop, begin now where you've been injured, where you've been traumatized. I decree that there's information now that is going there. I decree that the cells that is within those areas wake up and begin to develop new thoughts, new ideas, new concepts. I decree it to be so now. I decree it to be so. I decree it to be so. I decree every hindrance, every roadblock, every pitfall, every gin, every snare that has been set for you. I decree that you shall have a difference in your perception, how you see things. Right now, I decree that you shall see beyond the natural. I decree that you shall see beyond the smiling faces that sometimes don't tell the truth. Come on, family. Oh, now it's your day. Today is your day. It is the greatest day. It is the best day of all days because it is the day that you create. It is your time. Oh, to shine. Shine now. Shine now. I say shine. I say shine. I say shine and be magnetized. I say shine and be magnetized. I decree a stimulation now in a movement of your magnetite right now within you. Right now. That synthesis take place right now. Movement now. Now, right now. Now, right now. Now, right now. Oh, now, right now. Let me check this timeline, fam. Yeah, that's right. Somebody said, Sister Rhonda said, catch fire. Shine and be magnetized. Sister Tracy said, I know that beat at my end. It's Sunday morning. Stephanie Picot. So I have to work out the timeline difference. I'm from South Africa. Ellis is from South Africa. Akabulin is in the house. OB, I see you right now today. Sister Stephanie says, shine and be magnetized. Over here in shakes. I see you, Kizzy. Come on here, Stephanie. Yeah. 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 Firing is on the throne. Yes, I'm going to work with my raw crystals today. By the hands. Hallelujah. I'm so grateful. I catch Sir JF live today. Yes. Fiona Ellis. Obi says receiving and giving back. I see those hands. I see the fire. I see the sparks. I see the hearts. I see the rain. Finola says, I'm so happy to hear that. We're always here. Yes, planting to the fertile soil, y'all. Kissy said, thank you, Rhonda, for your donation. Come on, y'all, you still have time. There's still enough of you all on this timeline. Give. Kissy Inspiration, part of the Mars Squad, says this was an awesome message today. Appreciate you, always love you, my TSF family. Sister Stephanie says you can always find the Truth Session. Amazing information here in the Truth Session. I second that emotion. Ovi says flow. Ovi said this is a good day today. Oh, y'all on here. Oh, yes. The stones are mentioned in the Bible in the kingdom on earth was also built and will be built upon again with them. Laugh out loud. I hear you, Obi. Come on here. Breastplate of the Pharisees. Yes. Oh, come on, family. Ooh-wee. This is good, said Tracy. Says Kizzy. Powerful information apostle, says Tracy. Pull or track, yes. Oh, y'all find it up. The intuitive one. Craig Leverett. Yeah. Say ooh-wee. Right, if you're off track, alignment, you're not on the path to what's yours and for you. That's right. Oh, yeah. Finona Ellis. We us have the pyramid lures as electricity is wired, is running often to the house in South Australia from down under. Be my grandfather used to meditate in pyramids. Yes, I never understood as kid. Before now, I do, and even more. Yes. 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 Yeah. She bear witness of what I'm saying in here. She been in the pyramid, know what the pyramid's about. Woo, yes. Magnetic alignment. Oh, y'all teaching on here. Yes. Yeah, Fenona Ellis said that happened to me yesterday, where I have a soul sister who wanted me to call by phone, etc. So I stepped out my box. It did FaceTime. Woo! It was so magical. Yes, indeed. Woo! Give you one more moment. There's somebody on here. Your hands are itching. You're getting ready to give a blessing, but it's saying you need to turn loose a donation. Oh, come on here. Your hands are itching. There's a blessing due you. You still have enough opportunity to donate. You can donate offline as well. But I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Thank you, Kizzy. Thank you, Kizzy, for your donation. Oh, come on, family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yes, indeed. So, family, of course, you know that I've come to that space, place, and time that I must bellow these words. Hold what you got. Muse over it. Cogitate upon it. Ponder on it. But by all means, govern yourselves accordingly. One love, eternal light, peace, prosperity, and good health. Assalamu alaikum, mishpika. Peace be unto you, family. You've just finished up another truth session with none other than your host, your favorite, very own host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander,